YouTube, what the crap's going on? HeirofCarthage here, back in Total War Attila. Gonna continue the theme of Sicily campaign. We were busy dishing out a severe stomping to the Duchy of Aquitaine. So, and it does feel nice to do this after them having been so idiotic towards me in diplomacy. I really don't feel sorry for them whatsoever. In fact, I think this is kind of enjoyable. Leon, trying to think. Do you probably want to go ahead and convert that? It's going to take a bunch of money. Repair this junk. Actually, let's tear the church down. And I have to do a conversion, which is going to take a long time, so I'll just go ahead and build the church up there, and we'll build some different stuff. Think that we were pretty much getting close to a turn end. Got old Benedict up here who has a trait increase, will increase the tax rate, decrease construction cost. Plato's the same thing. Let's see if there's any available anti-corruption stuff. There is. What is this one? Tax rate for a governed province. That sounds good. There we go.
The Lord has given signs that we
The Franks know what's coming, so they've ended their non-aggression pact. They see what I do to those who are supposedly my allies, and they don't wish to be a part of this betrayal. We'll keep our eye on the Franks. So that means we need to hurry and finish off the Duchy of Aquitaine. So let's do that. Barcelona is turning around. We should be in good shape here. Just convert this crap back over. Already got a church in this province. We got a farm there, so we might as well just put up a trading post. Or actually, that would be a good spot for the water mill. We need to continue some research. Enables construction, market hall, monastery is probably not super important. I guess I could upgrade to cataphracts. I mean, it won't hurt anything. Okay, let's see. We needed to keep pushing our enemies here. We're gonna have to get over to this city, which is kind of out of the way, but we're gonna have to go there. See if we can track these guys down that are hidden in the woods, or not really so hidden in the woods, but sitting up there fortified. Take on their warriors, and we'll start moving there. So we can pretty much just move north now because we have successfully captured all this territory. Let's see, what do I want to build here? Guess a wine market. Need to tear that crap down, repair the mine, repair that. Let's go ahead and start building a mill here. Still waiting for stuff to convert there. Got this lumber camp. Interesting. Let's go ahead and throw watermill in there too, and then when we take the capital city, we'll be in good shape. This army is just a couple turns from being all decked out. The Franks are here, and their faction leader is here too, I believe. No. Guy just got a star up there. Never mind. I was wondering if that was actually Charlemagne, because it might be a good chance to pounce on him and kill him. But it looks like that's not going to be the case. Let's go ahead and end one more turn. Just give my guys a break here. We do have a ton of different skills we have to divvy out, and honestly I'm not particularly worried about what they are, so I'm just gonna kind of blow through this. Got a new general here. Integrity when foreign territory would probably be helpful. I guess minus upkeep for cavalry units isn't going to hurt anything. Armor for the commander's unit. unit experience, I guess.
My sword is yours.
And this assassin has started to level up. We'll have him ready to start training troops soon. Okay, now we can end the turn. We have a ton of money to go spend, and I'll do that on the next turn. See what the Kingdom of the Franks do here. They're not going to declare war on me. They haven't ended their trade agreement with me per se either, but they ended their non-aggression pact. Which, like I said, that means we kind of need to just, looks like we lost a governor probably there. Yep. So none of my folks are available to be a governor. Let's assign him to be the governor, and again we'll go to Sardinia, Corsica. That's where we lost the governor. Call it good. Alright, let's get moving.
We take this settlement.
I'm gonna come up here and take this settlement from the Duchy of Aquitaine. Man, I hate pronouncing their faction name. It's forever annoying. I need to plop down right over here and pick up a couple of onager. And then that army is pretty much ready to go. We can take this level 3 assassin, put him to support that army. And let's get these guys and keep moving.
Commander.
Just want to keep the heat on the duchy here.
We hunger for battle.
Okay, we got finished with this. We can put down a treasury, gallery. And it seemed like, wasn't I converting one of the things near here? Okay, yeah, so I converted Valencia over to a church so that we can build this hospice. And that means in Toledo we will get the effects of that hospice, which will certainly help a little. Which means, well, eventually when we get 7 growth, we're going to build that mine there, and we'll have all of them. Well, let's go ahead and drop some serious money in Toledo here, because it will be very much worth it for us soon enough. It's like Salamanca is quite pacified. Let's move this priest up, and then same thing over here. Okay, this navy's still retraining, and we can send it up to help at Bordeaux. And there's some Frank territories that we should be able to use it for as well. Part of me is going to go ahead and just raise me up another army here too. We'll start losing some money over it, but we're gonna need a lot of armies to go after the Franks. There we go. We'll have enough money to, we'll get by. I think we're doing alright. Take a look at some of the upgrades that we need to run, if any. Yep, stuff like that. It's easy money. Let's see. What do we got here? Got most of our upgrades done. We don't need that anymore, so can put the wine market here. Got a little bit of money left, not a lot. Just go ahead and upgrade that trading post there. And let's go ahead and burn through another turn-in. We can issue an edict here. Do the tax rate. because it's fully developed otherwise.
Commander.
And then Leo has an unassigned skill. Harass army, spotting distance. I don't even know what, if any of this I really care about.
We hunger for battle.
Increase missile damage. That's one of my favorite army traits because of the crossbows. Just makes them even deadlier. I am almost half expecting the Franks to declare war on me here just about any time. Okay, Aquitaine ran through my lands and they're fleeing north away from my troops. Interesting choice. I don't know that it does them a lot of good to just straight out flee. I'm gonna go up here and hit Bordeaux next. And this army here is ready to take
siege to the settlement.
Oviedo here.
We hunger for battle.
Let's repair that. Trash it. Trash it. Trash it. Trash it. Alright, just tear down everything there and rebuild it more to our liking. Our money will be way down because we're training a lot more troops right now. But it will pick up a little as we conquer more territory and some of these building upgrades continue to come online. It was out here, I think, where we can upgrade the treasury here. Ooh, and we need gallery and a treasury there as well. Guess that'll help us. Alright, now this is actually Frank territory there. So we've pushed the Duchy of Aquitaine pretty much all the way up into Frank territory, so we are about ready to start our war on them. Gonna upgrade these guys here. Don't really want to go through the mountain passes. That's gonna be a huge mess, getting up into all those mountain lands. Kind of thinking about bringing these guys down around to the lower lying areas to get in, and then moving into those lands without having to go through the passes. I don't know, we might be able to make it there in the summertime. Actually, this looks like a pretty good entry point over here. It's going to take me a while to get there, but let's get on our way. I'll go into force march so we can get them over there a little bit quicker. And let's end another turn here. We are going to lose some trade with both Bavaria and... Actually, I don't think we ever started trading with Franks, but we could lose money with Bavaria if we end up having to go against them. The will of God. I wonder which army this was. Benedict, I think Benedict may have been my faction leader. I don't really know for sure, though. No, because it would have said something about a new heir. It's Leo that's our faction leader. Okay, those two guys are already in. I think it's this guy we can put there. Okay. Just knock out these rebels real quick. Okay. You can keep tearing this stuff down. And this army can start moving back over here. The fleet is nearly repaired. We're in good shape there. Spend our upgrade money on these buildings that'll give me a nice return. Still got 2 turns before we can finish converting that province over, or upgrading the town center. We don't need that church. It's just overkill at this point. Let's go ahead and upgrade the mill there. Alright. Duchy of Aquitaine is back here in Frankish lands. So far, it's just been nothing but auto-resolvers to knock these guys out. So we have captured Bordeaux. Let's repair it. I don't know that we need all that squalor because I don't want like a bunch of diseases or anything here. Let's tear some of that stuff down. Repair that. Real question is, let's see. Duchy of Bavaria does not like me, though it says relations are improving. They're at war with the Franks, and they are looking like they're in pretty bad shape.
Speak your speech.
I will join your war against the Franks if you make a defensive alliance. Now, I don't know how in the world this wouldn't interest them. They do not wish to have it, even though they are about to die by the hands of the Franks. Makes a lot of sense if you don't think about it. The Papal States are the only ones left trading with me, but they are looking pretty treacherous too. And since we're about to be left against just one faction anyway, I actually think that the most appropriate thing this army can do is come down here and murder the Papal States. And we'll just kind of keep a defensive position against the Franks for the moment until we get armies ready to attack them. Same thing with this navy here. Let's go ahead and move it up though where it can be closer to the next port town, and we'll use our navy to hit just any and all ports up and along here that we can.
How may I serve you?
Yeah, not a lot left for Aquitaine. Our faction leader just sitting here waiting. And we have these two armies positioned well. Salzburg. Salzburg. Interesting. We're definitely in a position for a big fight. Let's go ahead and end another turn here. Just want to get myself in a good spot here. Hopefully I've got enough forces to fight the Franks. I mean, I'll have like 6 armies. I could push my money a little further if I really want to, but I'm going to need some money to quickly rebuild towns and be moving along, so part of me doesn't want to use up too much more of my money. And like I said, once we lose our trade with the Duchy of Bavaria, but that actually could be why my income is down so low. Actually, yeah, we already lost trade with them. Never mind. Because of what got taken. I don't even know what I'm thinking. So yeah, we don't need to worry about losing trade with the Duchy of Bavaria. And again, you can see our income is already recovering and should improve pretty quickly. There we go. Just make sure we spend our money running as many of these important upgrades as we can. How's Toledo doing? It's doing good. 3 more turns, 1 more there. So yeah, Toledo ought to be making us some pretty serious money soon. And we are about ready to betray the Papal States finally. Some of you all wanted me to do this a long time ago. The reason I didn't is because in order to become the Byzantine Empire, I had to allow the Pope and the Papal States to survive. But now I don't believe that any such mission is part of my requirements, and so I don't really feel like I have to meet that criteria anymore, and I'm not going to. Where'd this army go? I want this army to keep moving here. This army is repaired enough. Let's kind of move down here. Yep, no one to defend this settlement. Just keep taking the Duchy of Aquitaine's territory.
At your command.
The enemy builds way too many military buildings. I'm just constantly tearing them down. Actually, part of me wonders... I don't think I'll need a muster hall. I'll be alright. Yep, we'll be alright. Okay. Looks like we got some upgrades we can do here. Might as well. Those buildings will come in handy eventually. Alright, so we captured that. Duchy of Aquitaine has just this one more settlement up here. And this army's moving in too. I think we're just about ready to start that war with the Franks. I just want to be ready to hit them hard and fast and just start ripping into their territory so that we can, oops. I want to be able to put the hurt on them very quickly. I don't want them to have time to react, basically. I want to put a pinch on them fast. But I think we'll end this episode, like I said, by tearing up the Papal States. God's chosen. Here, yeah. Dadgummit. That was my faction leader who just died there. That kind of sucks. So, Leo died. Good old Leo. And this is my new faction heir down here. Let's use Boniface here. He doesn't actually have all that much. He's a general at Moravia. Let's use him to adopt one of these younger blokes here. We have like full dominion though. Yeah, I don't think we need to adopt anybody. The power's spread out pretty nicely at the moment.
Salutations.
Let's kind of start moving in our priest. Keep moving to Bayonne. Okay. We should have converted this over already. Keep tearing that stuff down. Let's go ahead and upgrade those. It's expensive, but worth it. I think we're in a pretty good position to start really destroying the Franks. And we just need one more turn to get down here to the Papal States, where my Varangian Guard will visit them in wrath. And Rome will once again belong to the Roman Empire. Ought to be pretty fun. Yeah, so this is our faction leader now. He's gonna need to gain some splendor here. What do you call it? Influence. We're gonna go ahead and declare war on the Duchy of Bavaria because they're weak and there's nothing they can do. So I'm gonna move in for the kill. Start trying to get some experience for this faction leader. I'm actually gonna go ahead and upgrade all their troops too. Might as well while we have a chance. This commander levels up. Public order. Campaign movement range. Let's give him that so he can get around more. Upkeep cost. Let's swap some of this stuff out and see what we have. Upkeep cost for cavalry units. Attrition, corruption when governing. Integrity +5. Navy attack. Melee attack for the war horse. That's what I want. 5 melee attack for the commander's unit. Let's switch that over. And we got armor for the commander's unit. +10 to public order could honestly be pretty handy, as we're plowing into lands that weren't necessarily longing for us to be there. We'll say it that way. Gonna assign another provincial governor. Let's take this guy and let's assign him to Toledo actually and increase the tax rate there. Actually, we kind of still need the growth in Toledo, so Let's do the growth until we get all the mines built up, and then we'll switch it over to tax rate. Alright folks, there's not many provinces on the map that aren't the Franks, outside of Mercia and a couple other small factions that are left. New Pope is elected just in time. He's about to have his first trouble in office, let's say. I'm gonna have to go chase down this little navy of theirs.
Ready for battle.
Just keep pushing up here. Okay, we are ready to pounce on the Franks over there. I think we're completely ready.
Commander.
Might just take it easy because it's winter time up here, but I don't know. Let's see. I can't really see what else is going on up there, so I'm a little bit hesitant to just plunge right into that.
Ready for orders.
And let's go ahead and upgrade these guys. Get our onagers.
Come fight with us.
And this army here is ready to hit the Papal States. This is gonna be hilarious. If anybody did like me, they certainly don't anymore. We're going to continue the siege. The Papal States will probably attack us. If not, they're going to take a lot of extremely unnecessary attrition. Though that's not going to upset me terribly bad. But it certainly won't be in their good interest. Just upgrade a bunch of buildings there, and wow, do we ever have tons of stuff. I guess we could build some siege towers or something. Okay, take care of that. Let's end the turn again. Maurice can now do military training. That's perfect. And this governor. Let's look for something that reduces corruption. And the rest of it I'm just not worried about. Increased tax rate. There we go. Our income's bouncing around a little bit, but it shouldn't be too bad. I think we're already at the max level of corruption, so I don't think corruption gets any worse unless maybe the power of my faction grows. Yep, here we go. Papal States are going to attack me. They've got 3 onagers of their own. Looks like they've got mostly levy spearmen and again a ton of skirmishers, so Papal States spent all this time in peace not preparing very well for war. Which I guess we can't blame them since they're kind of a religious state here. And they wouldn't have expected to be betrayed by a country that professes to follow the religion of the leader of the Papal States. It's going to be pretty interesting. So, I don't imagine that we're going to be on the good side of all of Christendom after making this move. I would imagine that I'm going to go down in the annals of alternate history as the biggest jerk who ever existed. It's gonna split our onagers up a little. Balistari in the center here. Alright, think we are ready.
Enemy reinforcements have been spotted.
I'm gonna move up and start trading fire with their onager. Their onager will probably start firing on my infantry, possibly my general because he moved up there first. Let's move him back. Just in case, that's where the shots are coming. Ooh, looks like it kind of was right there in the center.
What a savior!
Our infantry should shut down their infantry pretty quickly, and I kind of want to just move up and do so, but whoa, we have a whole army on our flank over here. Let's fold these units back into a defensive position.
We are losing our advantage.
I want to just send my infantry in over here. Gonna put up a bit of a defensive formation, kill the skirmisher cavalry. Just infantry pour in. Start transferring to this side. And cavalry push forward. I'm firing at their onagers, hopefully that'll keep them busy. All my infantry are pouring into the center there. Actually change your target to the enemy general. Okay, I'm just trying to set up a holding maneuver over here, and the AI is kind of falling for it. Let's go ahead and start trying to move our onager up out of the way. Shooting the enemy general with my crossbow, so he's about to be a dead man. And this onager is pretty much wrecked. We have a bit of a problem here, though. There's some...
The enemy general is dead.
My infantry is beasting all over the levy spears. Big surprise. But there's some Jav Cav over here that's got me a little worried. I need to pull it back closer to my crossbows.
Our men have given up and are running for their lives.
Ah, I always let my onager crew get killed. I'm so nice. Looks like it'll probably live, though, for anybody who cared. Just gonna set up our holding maneuver there. We can go ahead and transfer this cavalry over and start transferring this infantry over this way. Same thing here. Yeah, we crushed their infantry center pretty quickly. Those skirmisher cavalry are about to die. How did the onager crew end up in this fight again? Just run away, dummies. Okay, we need to go help our Imperial Scatatoi over here. Okay, Axemen into the fray. Same thing. Let's get these cavalry ready. Kill the archers. Alright. Probably not doing a very good job of micro, but I think we can save our guys here. Just get into the fight. Yeah, our axemen should start chopping these guys up pretty quick. Let's go ahead and get back into that fight. Just plow in right there. Crossbows can refocus over here now. Onager can fire there. Got a lot of skirmishers there, and I'm hesitant to just charge them because I've seen what the javelin volleys can do when they're in mass like that. So if I can get around behind the skirmish blobs, I'm gonna like that a lot better. So let's just position myself to get behind them because we've utterly wiped out all their infantry.
This is a shameful display.
Okay, now we can push from this direction too. We should be able to track down this skirmisher blob. I'm gonna charge that skirmisher. There's more skirmishers pouring on from the other side of the battlefield. Just need to chase. Their skirmishers are like outrunning my heavy cavalry here. I can't really, this is a bad situation, just pull away from that because they're gonna turn around and javelin the snot out of me. No, can't charge there either because that other unit's pulling back on me. Okay, now we can keep pushing. Now I have enough cavalry to keep pushing over here. If you can't keep these guys blobbed up and they start to turn around and keep firing at you, it can get pretty ugly. But yeah, basically we're just chasing their gigantic skirmisher horde across the map. And as soon as we touch them, they ought to be getting close to... How is this skirmisher holding up in a fight against my Duke's Guard? I'd like to have that explained to me. Actually, it's not. It's just the onager killing my general. And I'd rather not happen because I just don't want it to happen. I don't know that he means anything particularly special to me, but I don't want it to happen. Look at this nonsense. They're skirmishers. Like, someone could say, well, your cavalry was tired. Well, these guys would be tired by this point. If my cavalry's tired from running around, I imagine these guys are too. Kill that onager. I don't care how fast the foot skirmishers are, I don't think you have much of a chance of outrunning even heavy cavalry. Horses just tend to be a little bit faster than humans. If by a little bit, I mean a lot. Hope y'all enjoyed that one. So, the Papal States massively defeated. Took some losses doing it, but massively defeated. I'm gonna kill the captives off that. Or actually, no, I'm gonna replenish my troops.
Commander.
Enemy killed. Enemy killed. Boniface dies of natural causes. We're excommunicated now. Oh well. What are you gonna do? You excommunicated me, but probably won't be enough to save you.
Besieging settlements.
Gonna have to continue the siege there, and we'll finish the Papal States next time. I have this other army to help too. We'll start pulling them down that way just in case I end up having to flee away from the Papal States temporarily. But I don't think we will. I think we're in good shape, and the Franks have kind of finished taking the last province there, and then the Duchy of Aquitaine just has that province. So it is pretty much now down to us and the Franks. Like I said, maybe just a couple of other little factions. Hope you all enjoyed it. HeirofCarthage signing out for now.